Anthony Avila, fighting out of Sacramento, California, Team Alpha Male.
My name is Becerra. They call me Mighty Mouse. I'm fighting from Thrive MMA Fitness in Madera, California. Da, 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 da.
You know, maybe I'll stand up with him, take him down. I'm a better stand-up fighter than him. My ground's definitely better than his. We'll just have to see where the fight goes.
I just want to get in there and do my job, man. Have a good time, dance a little. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do.
Becerra, 4-2, fighting out of Madera, California. He is a featherweight. He is 1-0 here at the Tachi Palace fight. He hasn't fought since last September. Notable loss to Cody Gibson by decision. What can you really take from a decision loss to Cody Gibson? Cody is a guy who's very aggressive, so being able to make the distance with him, that's a feather in your cap.
It's a feather in your cap, but it also showed off the fact that Cody Gibson was just a superior wrestler. In spite of Cody Gibson's build, and it's blind. You look at a guy who's long, lithe, and skinny like Cody Gibson, you kind of assume that he'd fight, well, maybe like a guy like Micah Miller. Maybe he's a good rubber guard player. Maybe he's long-rangey on the feet. But Cody Gibson's forte is actually wrestling, and that's what he was able to put to use against Becerra. So obviously facing a guy like Anthony Avila, who's a good wrestler, comes from Team Alpha Male, spent time with those guys, and really, I think, enjoys an advantage in that particular area. I don't think there is a whole lot that needs to be said for Becerra in relation to the Cody Gibson fight, other than you got to sprawl and brawl.
Becerra sharing the nickname Mighty Mouse with Demetrius Johnson. How do you feel about that, Showtime? You like that nickname?
Also sharing the same haircut as Mighty Mouse Johnson.
That's true. That's true. That's a common haircut in mixed martial arts.
Man, but that's shining. It's shining just like Demetrius. It's serious.
I'm sort of shiny myself, but it's not on purpose. Final preparations cage side, getting the Vaseline. Los Originales de San Juan by El Encambronado. I'm terrible at that. I think I mixed it up.
I think you should have given that one to Javi.
You
Mr. Spanish Boots.
Speak that. What does that say?
Los Originales de San Juan.
Now I know why you're cage side with this. You like this song?
Yeah, I'm more of a salsa guy.
You're going to get killed on Twitter for that, dude.
I know. I'm terrible. I apologize. Anthony Avila, 6-1, fighting out of Lemoore, California, training with Team Alpha Male. He's 5-0 in his last 5 fights. He's a veteran of the Shark Fights promotion, and he makes his Tachi Palace debut here tonight. Looking at the Team Alpha Male camp, a very good school for lightweight fighters, and a camp that you're pretty familiar with, Javier.
Yeah, Team Alpha Males produce. Basically, I think they just recruit great wrestlers. They transform them into solid strikers with very good guillotines. That seems to be the lowdown on Team Alpha Male, but you can't argue with their success. They've had a tremendous run. They've produced tremendous fighters. Chad Mendez, Joseph Benavidez, Uriah Faber leading the pack. You can't argue with their success.
Now, when you talk about a Team Alpha Male product, Jordan Green, it almost seems like they have a cookie cutter for their fighters, but it's a hell of a cookie cutter.
It is a hell of a cookie cutter. And the thing is, though, even though guys like Benavidez, Mendez, and Faber are all so similar, we're now starting to see, as Alpha Male grows, we're starting to see more diversity in their game. Because even though Danny Castillo is a wrestler with some good submissions, Danny Castillo, for instance, doesn't necessarily fight the way that those guys do. Or Justin Buckles doesn't necessarily fight the way those guys do. So it's at this point in the game that you're starting to see a bit more diversity in the Alpha Male guys. And sort of in the way that you see in larger camps. Camps like AKA or Extreme Couture or ATT, within the gym you have guys that sort of pair off with certain sparring partners that they think work for them, or certain trainers that they think work more specifically to their game. So within a camp you almost get these sub-camps, and a lot of times it's interesting because you do get a diversity in the game. That said, Anthony Avila, if you're looking at these two guys in the cage and you have to ask which one's the Alpha Male, I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of questioning which guy happens to spend his time with Uriah in camp.
Anthony Avila saying a little silent thing to himself before he gets into the cage and gets ready to throw down.
I always knew what I was going to say before I get in there.
What's that?
I can't believe I'm going to do this again. Here we go again, actually.
A little touch of the gloves here before he takes his corner. We are about ready to get underway. Let's have Joe Martinez set up and introduce our fighters for everybody here at the Palace.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter sitting 5 feet 7 inches tall. Weighing in 145 3/4 pounds, he brings a professional record, 4 victories and 2 defeats into the cage. From Madera, California, here is Arturo Mighty Mouse Becerra. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter sitting 5 feet 7 inches tall. Official weight 146 pounds even. As a professional, he brings an outstanding record into the cage, 6 victories, just 1 defeat. The fighting son of Lemoore, California, here is Anthony Avila. Referee in charge of the action, Marcos Rosales.
Marcos Rosales getting the assignment for this contest. If you look in the corner of Anthony Avila, you'll notice that there's no Team Alpha Male guys there. The Ultimate Fighter kicks off tonight.
Well, perhaps a better way to put it is no recognizable faces from Team Alpha Male. He was there with Team Alpha Male guys, but no Faber, no Castillo. He was here for Alpha Male guys last time. The Ultimate Fighter is now live, and it's taping right now in Las Vegas, so he hasn't enjoyed the benefit of the big hitters and familiar faces of Team Alpha Male.
Avila in the white, Becerra in the black.
Landed a nice lead right uppercut. Get Avila. Seems to look very comfortable standing.
Avila launching with the kicks early. Becerra lands with, throws a kick of his own. Overhand right followed with the left, both missed.
Two consecutive overhands, definitely something the Alpha Male guys come with. Mendez, Benavidez, Faber, all of them throw the double overhand like that.
I like to call it the duck and chuck. Duck and chuck. That was a double duck and chuck.
Becerra answers with a left kick. And a lead kick to the...
I don't like how low he's holding his hands, though. Avila holding his hands really low, and he's not moving his head. That's a double whammy. That could be a recipe for disaster. He's got good movement. His movie looks really relaxed, but it's always nice to keep your hands up.
Avila seems very confident, though. He's not hesitant. He shows confidence, but definitely want to keep the hands up.
We talked early on about not mistaking which guy was the Alpha Male guy. We've seen 2 or 3 front kicks from Avila again. More Team Alpha Male stuff. I mentioned Justin Buckles earlier. One of the best knockouts of all last year was Justin Buckles over Steve Lopez in Las Vegas with a sensational front kick straight to the face.
Becerra definitely playing the kick game. Misses a left hook. Hard left kick there to Becerra's lead leg. Becerra answers. It seems like in mixed martial arts, when a guy kicks you, you almost need to return with a kick immediately.
They clash heads. Yep, they clashed heads.
Hey, Dan, he ain't got nothing for you. Let's go.
Getting a warning there.
Neither guy appears worse for wear. It just seems that Art Becerra caught it on the eyebrow and went, oh, I take that back. A little bit of blood now trickling from Anthony Avila.
Avila stalking here with the overhand right.
He's got a little cut right on his forehead. Doesn't seem to be too serious.
Avila's corner starting to feel the same kind of anxiety as Javier Vasquez here, as they're now screaming for Avila to get the fight to the ground and stop playing tit for tat with Becerra on the feet.
Very good kicks there by Becerra as well. The lead leg, and and that one went a little bit high.
He just fell in sections. That's never a good sign.
Yeah, if Avila's a better wrestler, it makes no sense to strike with a striker.
Especially when you just got your genitals wiped out in brutal fashion like that.
And he'll get 5 minutes to recover. If you'll notice, though, if you look at the legs of Avila, already turning red on the inside and outside of the thighs. Becerra's kicks are landing hard with the shin.
Sometimes fight go in a certain direction. One sign that Avila should have taken the fight down was the headbutt. Now he's getting kicked to the groin. Maybe let's see if he got the message that he should get the fight to the ground. Let's see, or if he gets angry and tries to retaliate standing.
Sort of an awkward posture by Marcos Rosales there. Normally, referees let the guy sit in the corner, tell them they have time. Marcos Rosales just kind of stood there staring down and Anthony Avila waiting for him to get back up. I'm not sure that's the most productive way to have a fighter use his time to recover. Now we see Rosales putting him in the corner and sort of doing it more by the book. But an awkward position there as Avila was recovering, and the referee sort of just glowered over him, staring at him, waiting for him to get back up.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Now, if you're Becerra, those kicks, Javi, have been landing well, but he did kick him low. He has to be worried with those because next time it could result in a point deduction.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, check that.
I mean, he's doing a good job, but Avila kind of ducked down at the same time he threw the kick, and that might have helped the fact that he hit him low.
And that cut is a little bit leaking in the left eye of Avila, too. He's got to watch that. And there's the takedown. Smart move.
Good job to hold on to the knee so he didn't bail over the top and end up in the scramble as well.
A little over 2 minutes remaining here in round number 1.
And that was an important takedown. That was at the critical point where Becerra was starting to put his stamp on the round. They're starting to turn that hip over and really crush into the inside of the thigh.
Well, there's that team alpha male arm and guillotine, but Avila not able to secure it.
Oh, no, he should be defending his hand.
Faber one from half guard.
Yeah, he should have been immediately. Team alpha male, you can't be playing around, trying to position when they're wrapping around your neck.
And now Becerra trying to do his own team alpha male impersonation with an arm and guillotine, but Avila able to pass the guard and settle here inside position.
He secured the neck, but he was not able to secure a guard or a half guard, Avila passed the half guard. Avila's in no danger here. He's just going to peck away at the body, peck away at the head until he lets go, until Becerra let go, which he just did. Now slowly, he might drop a little right elbow to the head right there to make him let go, which he does.
Now we'll see if he tries to go for a submission here. He goes back to the half guard. Half guard, a very good position to try to land some strikes, but he's going
more
for a
importantly,
submission.
a good position to set up the half guard guillotine. A team
there
alpha
it
male
is,
favorite
all over.
for the finish.
It's done, Anthony Avila.
Set it up beautifully, standard procedure. Guy uses the underhook to come up. He wrapped his neck, fell to the side of the neck wrap, and caught the guillotine.
A fantastic sign of composure for Anthony Avila. Not only did he get kicked low, he had the cut above his eye. I mean, he stayed composed and did his thing.
I'm not sure what to call a perfect fight for a prospect. I'm not sure if it looks like a John Jones 2-minute blowout when a guy's up and coming, but that was great because we saw him face a little bit of adversity. He got a headbutt, he was getting some hard leg kicks. He did the strategic thing necessary, took him down, and finished in great style, showing off his roots at Team Alpha Male.
Basic stuff. Becerra got the underhook and started to come up to his knees. Avila wrapped the neck, arming guillotine.
What's interesting, Javier, the guillotine wasn't on for very long before it caused the tap. It was very deep and ended the fight early in that position.
Yeah, he didn't really look to defend it. He felt like he was caught. Avila threw his left leg over his back, which prevents him from circling that way, which is the correct defense.
Let's get our official time from Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 4 minutes, 8 seconds. Round number 1, submission by guillotine choke for your winner, Anthony Avila.
Victorious again. Guillotine choke ends the contest early in round number 1. Both guys definitely showing some camaraderie. Because we talk about Anthony Avila, who got the win tonight, but Art Becerra looked pretty good as well.
He looked great standing. He was doing a really nice job of standing up, but he didn't respect the Team Alpha Male guillotine and tried to do it again. He got up a couple times. I believe he got up 2 previous times the same way. Avila tried to wrap it earlier, but didn't get a really good squeeze, a good wrap, and he caught it the 3rd time and did it.
You know, you mentioned earlier, Jordan, the evolution of mixed martial arts with guys standing when they get their backs put in the cage. We've seen the evolution in MMA with guys finishing guillotine chokes with the arm in. We're referring to it tonight with as the Team Alpha Male guillotine, but it seems to be something that's sweeping, everybody. Everybody's able to pull off this arming guillotine where 5-6 years ago it wasn't very common.
Well, I think it's one of those things that mixed martial arts is kind of a copycat sport. And speaking of something like Team Alpha Male, where they have such an idiosyncratic style, it's not surprising that more guys want to try to copy it. I mean, even the elbows of Uriah Faber standing, things like that, those are important weapons that we didn't see until very recently in mixed martial arts. So it's not surprising that as more guys like this have success, that more guys want to ape the kind of techniques that are part and parcel of those very unique and very thrilling games, the kinds of games that you just heard people chanting for as Anthony Avila got his hand raised again.